Hello students, hope you have watched the video on Euclid's first four postulates and have understood what are postulates. So let's quickly revise what are postulates. They are self-evident geometrical statements which are accepted by all. They are accepted as truth without having to prove it logically. That means there are certain properties in geometry which need to be proved logically. Such statements are called as theorems. So what is a theorem? A property which is supposed to be true only if it is proved logically is called a theorem. There you will come across many theorems in this standard. So you need to prove a theorem. So the logical argument made to prove a theorem is called its proof. Okay students, so what is a proof? The logical argument. We will teach you, you will learn how to write the proof. There are two types of proofs, direct and indirect. Most of the proofs that you are going to deal with are direct proof. Indirect proofs, as and when we come across it, we will be letting you know. We will be telling you about it. So let us understand the journey from the theorem to the proof. Now we have the theorem. From the theorem you have to write the conditional statement. Now what are conditional statements we will be learning in the next video. Okay, we'll be learning about it in detail in the next video. From the conditional statement you have to get the figure. From the figure you have to write what is given. From given you will have to write what is, after writing the given you will have to write what is to be proved, that is to prove. And then in some cases you will have to write the construction. You may have to construct some segments. So for that this happens in some proofs. And lastly you will write your logical argument which is called the proof. Okay, so today we shall be dealing with one theorem which is based on vertically opposite angles. Okay, you have used this property in your lower classes, which says that the opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines are of equal measures. Now before I go to give the logical argument for this, we will see what exactly this theorem, this statement means. Now on the screen you can see there are two lines, line AB and line CD, which are intersecting each other in point E. Now the angles that are formed here are A, which is equal to 90 degrees, B is also 90, C is also 90, D is also 90. That means these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Now these two lines are intersecting. Okay, now see what happens when I move the lines, children. Now here you can see all the angles are equal. This is one of Euclid's postulate, that all right angles are equal to each other. Okay, now when I change this, move this line, see what happens. The moment I start moving this, the angles keep changing. And if you observe the angle here, the opposite angles are A and C, and here it is B and D. The measures are equal. Okay, A is equal to C and B is equal to D. See, if I move this also, same thing happens. Can you see this? So this is what we are going to prove with the help of logical argumental steps. So we had seen in the GeoGebra software that how when two lines intersect each other, the opposite angles are of equal measure. Now let's write the logical proof for it. So what was the first step? From the theorem, after this we have to get the conditional statement. Now what is a conditional statement? Here it means that if two lines intersect, then the opposite angles are equal. Okay, so this is a conditional statement. From the conditional statement we have to go to the figure. Okay, so this is the figure, that is line AB and line CD. They intersect each other at point O. So from the theorem we went to the conditional statement. Now we have gone to the figure. From the figure, what is the next step that we have to write the given. Okay, so we have to describe this figure. Without the figure our proof is of no use. It does not carry any marks. If any proof you write without the figure, you will not be getting any marks for it. So let's describe the figure. So given line AB and CD intersect at point O such that A dash O dash B and C dash O dash D. So from here, after this, what we have to prove? We have to prove that these angles are equal. That is, angle AOC is equal to angle BOD, this one, and angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. This is what you have to prove. Now students, whenever we have to, after this step, we have to write the proof. Now in order to prove the first part, AOC and BOD, that is this angle and this angle, I will take, now which are the remaining two angles, that is angle AOD and angle BOC. I will be considering one of these two angles. So for our proof, I am going to take angle BOC. You can also take AOD. But if I take BOC, I have to take BOC for both the angles. This angle is common to both this one. They form linear pair. So we are going to write this step here. Proof, that is angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degrees. Why it is equal to 180 degrees? Because they are angles in a linear pair. And we know when angles are in a linear pair, the sum is always 180 degrees. They are forming a line. Now similarly, BOD is also forming a linear pair with BOC. Okay, same angle. Angle BOC plus angle BOD is equal to 180 degrees. Reason is the same, that is angles in a linear pair. Now what do you see? The right hand sides of both the statements are equal. So I can write angle AOC plus angle BOC is equal to angle BOC plus angle BOD. So now next step, this BOC and BOC get cancelled from both the sides. That means I can say that angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. What have I done? I have eliminated BOC. When I eliminate BOC, I get this step. So I have proved the first part. Similarly, we can prove that it can be proved that angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. So students, in the exam, when you are asked to, the question will come like this: prove that the opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines are of equal measures. Once you see this question, you are supposed to write all this on your own. Without the figure, I repeat again, without the figure, you will not get any marks even if your proof is correct. Okay students, that's all for the day children. Thank you.